So let's discuss one of the most controversial and I think toxic ideas in the area of psychotherapy and hypnotherapy. And that's the idea of symptom substitution. The idea here is that people present with different symptoms, insomnia, social anxiety, etc., fear of flying, and that these symptoms are actually indications of some disturbance deep inside, and that if we only treat the symptoms, we don't get to the root cause inside. This is a concept from Freud, from psychoanalysis. Now, it has to be said, if a client comes along with a list of 5 different symptoms and we successfully treat all the symptoms are gone. They're feeling better. So what is the problem here? The idea is that, those are going to erupt somewhere else. The symptoms will come forward something else. This is called symptom substitution because we haven't treated the root cause. Now, is there any evidence for this? Well, actually, there isn't. So there's a really interesting paper done by Professor Warren Tyron. He's Professor Emeritus at Fordham University in the United States, and he reviewed the whole issue of symptom substitution, looked at all the evidence in a brilliant paper in 2007. His conclusion was, the first conclusion supported by the empirical evidence reviewed above is that clinical concerns regarding the dangers of symptom substitution were greatly exaggerated and are essentially baseless in fact. No clear evidence of symptom substitution could be found. Albert Bandura, one of the greatest psychologists as well, some of you might know him from social learning theory and self-efficacy theory. Albert Bandura also, after reviewing relevant outcome data from a wide range of independent studies, Bandura was tempted to speculate that the predictions of dire consequences resulting from symptom substitution was little more than scaremongering by psychoanalytic therapists attempting to stifle innovations in symptom-focused treatment. The modern view is that symptoms are overlapping and intercausal. In other words, that the whole set of symptoms, the insomnia, the depression, the social anxiety, different avoidances, are actually overlapping and interacting with each other. There's nothing underneath that's generating them. We have to take care to look at the whole network of symptoms and how they interact. And if we successfully work on all those symptoms, then we can look at having effected a complete cure. There is no underlying thing that's generating the symptoms. They're influencing each other. That's a very modern view. It's in psychopathology, models of psychiatric disorder. It's called the network model of psychopathology. Really interesting approach. Finally, I want to say that I think this idea is actually unethical. In other words, it holds people back from seeking brief, effective treatments, from even learning self-help effective treatments, because they think they've got to get to some root cause deep inside. In the modern model, the root is everywhere and it's in the present moment. And we tackle it like that by really looking at all the different symptoms and addressing them all, rather than going on some search into the early childhood experiences and the swamps of early childhood experiences looking for some root cause. The root is everywhere and we can treat it at any point. Okay, I hope you found that helpful, and maybe we start to correct some of these common myths that are out there around psychology, psychotherapy, and mental health.